We have some horrible news. A 10-year-old girl in Miami died as a result of a bullet striking her in the head. She collapses and dies on New Year's Day, 12:05. She falls on the ground. The parents notice. They realize she was shot. They rush her to Hialeah, a fire station in Hialeah, and they rushed her to a rider trauma center, I think, and unfortunately, she died. This is a flyer of the 10-year-old girl, literally a week after celebrating her 10th birthday. Now, the question is, you got to be really careful in Florida. That's why people always laugh at me when I have a helmet and vest. I'm like, because you never know when a bullet might fly out of. What are the chances of a bullet coming out of the air and hitting you? Okay, so we all know we love to shoot guns. Guns is a big culture of Florida. It really is. Now, when it's July the 4th or New Year's Eve, we are so excited to celebrate. We get that gun and start shooting like Arabics on a wedding somewhere in the Middle East. You have ever seen those videos when they start spraying in the air with the AK? It's actually kind of cool. But what goes up must come down. And anyways, we're on our way to Miami, but as I'm driving to Miami, which is far away from Broward, this is the address of where that situation happened with the girl getting hit by the bullet. Now, she wasn't directly shot. Okay, this was someone in the ghettos, the hoods, the slums, who, you know, when it comes to these, it's called celebratory gunfire. That's what police calls it. All right, that's the official name for it. Literally going with a bang. So people like to fire their guns, their pistols, maybe get rid of their ammo, maybe even fire rifles too. I remember on New Year's Eve, literally 2 days ago, as I'm driving trying to look for something to record, it's hard to tell the difference between a gunshot and a firework. I know the difference because I know how a gunshot sounds, but obviously when that is going down, all these fireworks are blowing up in the distance, and close to you don't know what's the difference for the average person who doesn't really know or shoot guns, you know. So obviously this 10-year-old girl died as a result of a bunch of people in these ghettos and these slums and the hoods firing their guns to celebrate the New Year's, getting drunk and high and all that. You got ghettos with the Cubans, you got the rednecks, you know, firing. Then you got the black community. Some of the black community is also going crazy too, the trappers and scammers. But understand this. This well could have been someone in the suburbs like West and Southwest Ranch, maybe someone in Palm Beach, Broward, maybe someone in the nice part of Miami was shooting guns as well, off a yacht. We never know who pulled that trigger, what bullet, because hey, let me tell you this, a lot of bullets were being fired. All I had to do was literally drive 2 blocks down 31st Sunrise Boulevard in Broward or anywhere in Miami Gardens and you heard nothing but people firing guns. As soon as that happened, I put this on because I'm like, this is a ballistic helmet, by the way. Donated by a woman in the Army who loves my channel, by the way. Bless you for that. But guys, that was a wild night. I think that another guy also died in Fort Lauderdale, right behind the Fort Lauderdale High School, right where Wilton Manors is. And I was near that area, and I was like, how the hell did I miss that shit? I didn't hear about that shooting, but apparently Fort Lauderdale police, I didn't get to that crime scene, so I reanimated it. Okay, with a special, with his program and his cool simulator. And this guy died in a really nice neighborhood, a nice domesticated neighborhood where nothing ever happens. Wilton Manors is a pretty nice, safe city, you know. So it was weird when a guy was found dead there. He was pronounced dead, I think, at the hospital. He was shot. Or maybe a bullet hit him because a lot of people were walking in the area to get to the clubs and the downtown areas. So again, back to this poor young 10-year-old girl who died in Northwest Miami. Her name is, and I might butcher it, Yanelise Mungina. I don't know. I'm not good with my Spanish. I can't really read it, so names are terrible to pronounce from my end, all right? But now you guys know exactly what went down. So right at this address, I don't know the exact address, but we're trying to get to it, but the traffic is hell. That address you see there is close. That's a liquor store right there. And for some reason, people are saying that nothing ever happens there. It's a pretty quiet area. But that part of Miami is fishy because that's right next to Brownsville. And Brownsville and Liberty City is definitely a hood. And I'm pretty sure someone just 2 blocks down shooting their guns or shitty high point, their Glocks with the extendos and the switches, you know. Someone probably we don't know who's the shooter. We probably will never find the shooter. And if Miami-Dade police actually finds the shooter, I'll be damned and surprised, because you got a lot of people firing bullets like crazy. The only way you could probably, maybe if you got the bullet from the girl's head and you tested it for fingerprints, because the way that you load a magazine into it, you gotta obviously touch the bullet, right? So maybe that way, if they pull a print and put it in a database, it might very well come up to someone with warrants or someone that has been arrested in the past. I don't know. We never know. It's gonna be a big mystery. But again, this flyer is basically seeking the public's help. Hey, if you know anything, help police, identify. I don't know how anybody is. Hey, if we find whoever's responsible for this, give a trophy to the police, because I don't know. Because again, all you gotta do is drive down Florida, and it's just a big tradition to shoot guns in the air. Hey, we've all done it. Not saying I did it. But anyways, with that being said, guys, that's the very latest. Obviously, the family's destroyed. Here's a couple of videos of the girl with the sparklers, just enjoying fireworks. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. We all love fireworks. But the next time you celebrate fireworks, I think just give your kids a bicycle helmet or a bulletproof helmet and get under a roof. Literally, guys, get under a roof or something. I learned a little bit about physics. Basically, if something is falling, it gets faster and faster and faster as it comes down. Just like the same theory, the same concept is if you're in a skyscraper, right, on the 50th, 70th floor, and you drop a penny, that penny falls, it's gonna penetrate someone's skull and kill them. Because even something so tiny like a grain of sand, if it's going 1,000,000 miles per light speed, it is going to just cause big destruction. Just look it up, Not big into science or math, but yeah, that's it's heartbreaking. Poor girl. This is just a 10-year-old girl just trying to enjoy with her family, and now and the mom is just going crazy, blaming herself for this. But you can't really blame anybody, because remember, it's not like someone intended to shoot this girl. Of course, you got people firing guns in the air like crazy. You go to Birmingham, you go to Detroit, Chicago, Pittsburgh, you go to like North Carolina, Houston, all over California, and especially Florida. Everybody's firing guns because I guess fireworks are pretty expensive, so maybe they're using their ammo, Yeah. Okay, guys, so the next time you're firing fireworks, I guess, hey, get one of these. They're like $150, $300. Or get a bicycle helmet, or just under a roof. Rest in peace to this young girl. It's a shame, when a kid dies. It wasn't even like if there was a couple of hoodlum gangsters shooting at each other a block away on a drive-by where a stray bullet hits an innocent person, drive-by joke. But this was a bullet that this bullet could have came out of anywhere. West Palm Beach, Broward, Miami, you already know. All right, guys, be safe, be careful, okay? Just to summarize, 10-year-old girl shot and killed at this address. Literally at 12:05, she collapsed, and they took her to the hospital as quick as possible. Unfortunately, she died there. I guess police will try to do everything they can to find a suspect. Until then, hey, we don't know anything. You guys be safe, be careful. Let's survive for this coming 4th of July. And I think this is probably the only person that died on a result of firing guns in the air. Y'all be safe, be careful, subscribe for more news, be safe. And I'm not joking. People make fun of me for having a helmet and vest. But now you know why I wear one, especially when I'm going to these bad areas of town, these hoods and all that, blah, blah, blah. Or even the suburbs, even my fire gun. You never know where the bullet came from. Y'all be safe, be careful, love ya. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next scene.